is here with all our friends. We're on the farm, work never ends. We keep the garden green, but the ghosts to eat the weeds. Join the show just after 7. Watch us in our animal heaven. Wake up with goats and chicks, and feed the cows all their grain mix. Join the show just after 7. Take a head count on 10, 11. With the crew, come take a pic. Just watch for the cows, 'cause they might pick. We've got the hay and green grass growing. Here come the goats, there is no slowing. They've got the kids in tow. Come on and see the show. The pigs will slop and roosters crow. It's our hometown rodeo. Excitement never stops while the animals jump and hop. Join the show just after 7. Watch us in our animal heaven. Wake up with goats and chicks, and feed the cows all their grain mix. Join the show just after 7. Take a head count on 10, 11. With the crew, come take a pic. Just watch for the cows, 'cause they might pick.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hello. Welcome to the farm. Welcome to 7-Eleven Animal Heaven. I'm back. I'm back from, I would not call it a vacation. I'm back from having to deal with some things I had to deal with. Spent 9 hours on the road yesterday between traveling home and then heading out to the fair to be with my goats and my wife and my kids, some of the kids. But yeah, so I am back on the farm. I know I missed you guys. I know you missed me. I had a little bit of withdrawals. I had some withdrawals with being gone. There were moments I wanted to just go live, and I just wanted to. It's kind of like an addiction, but I didn't. I needed to deal with these emotions that I've been carrying for a long time. I needed to deal with, the death of my father and the absence of a relationship that we had. I had to deal with those emotions. I had to see some family that I hadn't seen in years. Some people at the funeral I hadn't seen. I don't ever remember seeing them, but they say, "Hey, I remember you when you were yay big, knee high to a grasshopper." Yeah, so Murph's here. Murph's over there taking care of the animals this morning, but I told Murph this morning, while he's taking care of the animals, that I had to kind of separate myself from the animals, and I wanted to share and talk. Come over here and say good morning, because you won't be seeing them probably, maybe till the end of the show. So say good morning.
The end of this show?
Yeah, the end of this show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
I got to get my message across.
Oh, you got to do what you got to do, man. Ease that brain.
Yeah, right?
Even though it's not like that big. Still got to ease it.
It should be pretty easy then.
It should be like, and it's all gone.
It's all gone.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? I know you guys haven't seen me in a while. Just wanted to say hello.
Yep, Murph's been taking care of the farm. Him and Jeff have been bouncing back and forth. Jeff's doing some running for some grains and swinging by, and Murph's been feeding the animals and buttoning down the hatches, and yeah,
Dotting the I's and crossing the T's, or
crossing the T's, dotting the I's and crossing the dotting the T's and crossing the I's.
Dotting the I's and crossing the T's, or crossing the I's and dotting the T's. Yeah. Whichever way it's been working.
Right.
You know how the gerbil is. Squirrel.
Lots of squirrels.
Lots of squirrels. You know I don't go into the chicken coop.
You just throw it over.
That's all I do. I do is what I do.
That's cool. That's fine. As long as they eat.
It lasts for no fun.
Good morning, everybody. So I started the show off. Some of you probably weren't here at the beginning, just looking at a picture of my dad. This is when he was in his, prime. This is my biological father. And that was him and his band, the Wildcats. And right up here, that's him probably back in the 70s, 60s or 70s, where he's jamming out somewhere. I titled the title of this show is My Father's Son. I am my father's son. And I don't know why I did that. It just sounded catchy. But I mean, the reality of the whole situation is that, yeah, my dad passed away. And it was a little difficult for me. I wasn't extremely emotionally attached to him. We were estranged for a long time. My whole life, basically. There were only a few moments in my life that I was able to remember some memories, and it was when I was very young or when I was older, and I resented him for a long time. So I don't know how I'm going to talk about it. I don't know. I don't script anything. I usually just speak from the heart. I just talk about my stories, and I share my stories sometimes, and this is one of the stories I figured I might as well. It was good timing to finally just let it all out there. And when I was, my mom and my dad never actually married. I don't think they even lived together, as far as my knowledge. I just know that my mom had me, and I don't have any memories, but I see some pictures from when I was 2 or 3 where I was with my dad. Just a couple of pictures is my memories from a young age with my dad. I resented my dad for a long time I felt like he abandoned me. My mom took me and my sister has another father. So my sister actually one of my sisters, I have a couple of sisters. My sister never actually met her own dad. Her dad died before she was born. So then I was born a year and a half later, so my sister's a year and a half older than me. And I don't, like I said, remember. But there were some pretty tragic things that happened to me and my sister when we were younger, and a series of events that basically separated us from our family in Massachusetts, and we ended up in Washington State. This transition to the other side of the country was something that, is it frozen? I'm sorry. The transition that we had going from Massachusetts to Washington State separated me from my dad. I grew up without my dad, and what happened was, I'm going to go closer to the Wi-Fi box because I want to make sure that you guys can see me clearly and hear me clearly. I don't want to get too close to the animals because I will get distracted. There'll just be too much distraction. So I hope this is better over here. I'm going to sit and lean against this old fence right here on the farm with an extension cord hanging by my head. The perfect backdrop. I don't have a whole lot of time to say this either because I have something planned at 8 o'clock. But once I get into a groove, I think I'm going to be all right. Once I get over the emotional hump and how to start and how to tell the story. So my mom and dad met. Obviously, I was born. I don't remember them ever living together, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot over the last couple years why and how we ended up in Washington State. My mom was running and hiding. She had an abusive relationship, a very physically abusive relationship with somebody, and This was after my dad, of course, and my sister remembers this incident, this particular incident, and a lot of my family members remember the incident that were older that I discussed with them at the reception of my dad's funeral. One of my mom's boyfriends arrived. The story goes like this. Me and my sister and my mom were at my grandmother's house. I think my mom was hiding from this particular man. He came to the house with a baseball bat and a gun. And this sounds like something out of a movie, but apparently he hit my mom in the face with a baseball bat, and he took me and my sister, and he put us in the trunk of the car, and he kidnapped us. And this was back in the 80s, and we ended up somewhere at a police standoff. There was a standoff. It was a, again, I don't remember this. This is all recounting. I just have to share how we ended up there. And the man was apprehended, and he was put behind bars, and he was put behind bars for 18 years. From behind bars, the story goes that he was threatening my mom, that he was going to come after her, and he was going to kill me, kill my sister, and take her life too. So out of fear and desperation, because how real everything was, it had just happened, I think she believed it to be true. And she put us inside of one of those old vans, those old, from the 80s. It had, the Mr. T vans with a diamond window on the back and a ladder. And we drove across the country from Massachusetts to Washington State and just disappeared. She just disappeared and left and didn't want anybody to know where she was for a couple years because she was scared. She was scared. I was probably 3 or 4 or 5. I honestly don't remember. But we ended up in Washington State, and I didn't know my dad. In fact, he wasn't talked about much. He wasn't a part of my life. As I got a little bit older, I learned that I had a father somewhere else. And something as a little boy, you always wonder about your real dad. And especially, here's the thing, I can't blame my dad for my mom's actions. My mom took us away from him. But for me, I resented him. I hated him because he wasn't a part of my life. But it wasn't his fault. That part was not his fault. Now, granted, birthday cards and presents and phone calls would have been nice, but those didn't happen either. My mom, God rest her soul, went from one abusive relationship to another. And I remember growing up, I've watched my mom get choked. I've watched my mom get hit. I've watched her be verbally abused and physically abused. And she went from one relationship to another relationship of abuse. Probably fueled by drugs and alcohol. I don't know. But my childhood was surrounded by different abusive men. And this part's a little hard to say, but one time my mom, she got a new boyfriend, and I must have been 8, maybe 9, and I was excited because I knew the man. The guy was actually the youth pastor at the church, and I was so excited. I was just like, oh, head over heels. Turns out, though, that relationship ended up being abusive as well. and he fell out of the church scene, and things changed. Things were different, and I couldn't understand. I just couldn't understand why my mom kept putting herself in those situations. And unfortunately, by the time I was 12 years old, well, I struggled with a lot of things. Obviously, the abandonment I felt from my father, the abusive relationships, I suppose the kidnapping subconsciously, I don't know. But by the time I was 12, I couldn't break the habit of bedwetting. I was a bedwetter. It was embarrassing. We didn't do laundry a lot. I would go to school smelling like urine. And I remember one particular day that I wore these blue shorts. And they were a little bit high on me, but they was the only clean clothes that I had that day. And I wore these blue shorts, and I went to school. And one of the teachers noticed some bruising down my leg and asked what that was. And, I told her that it was from my stepdad, and the abuse is deep. There's a lot of emotional and mental and some physical abuse that happened. But what ultimately happened during that period of time is, I guess the counselors became involved, and I guess the state came involved, and I had the option to live with my biological dad. How excited was I? I mean, I thought to myself, man, this is my savior. I have the choice. They told me at 12 I could live with my dad. And the excitement that I had through my body at that time was just overwhelming. I was so excited to go see my real father, and he's pictured right up here. And I did. I got onto an airplane when I was 12 by myself, and I flew across the country. I went from Washington State to Massachusetts to get away from the abuse, to get away from the toxic environment. So at the airport, my dad picks me up, I remember, in a green Subaru Outback. And it was awkward. It was awkward because, I hugged, man. This is the first time I met my father at an age that I could remember him. The first time. And I just thought everything was going to be so much better. And I remember the car ride home was very quiet. There wasn't a whole lot said. He was whipping through the hills of Massachusetts, left and right, and then we get to the house, this unknown house, and it was a place called Barre, Massachusetts, and it was this old house. It was actually an apartment. We were upstairs in the apartment level, and I don't know, I just had this feeling of, great, I'm saved. He saved me. My dad finally came to the rescue and saved me. The person I've been wanting and longing for my whole life. I finally got a dad. Well, that was a short-lived experience because, well, it didn't matter what my dad did, honestly, because I loved him, because I was young and I didn't know any better. I just, that was it. It doesn't matter. Blood is blood. But the first day or two that I was there, I don't remember, he handed me a pipe. He handed me a pipe at 12 years old, and that's the first time I smoked pot. I wasn't exactly, I didn't know any better. I just did it. And I don't know, that lasted, I lived with him for about 6 months, and then one day he came to me, and he had his girlfriend there, and my baby brother, who at that time was a newborn, or 1 or 2 years old, I don't know, his name's Wesley, and he had his girlfriend, and he came to me and said, listen, I have a ticket for you to go back home, you're going back to Washington. And I remember that moment was heartbreaking, because I felt like I was just being rejected again. I felt like he was, and he couldn't handle me. I wasn't a good kid. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't a good kid. I was always creative. And I remember computers weren't that good at that time, but I cheated on my report cards because I couldn't actually get the grades I wanted to get, so I made them up. And back then, it was much easier to fake a report card. And I remember actually typing up my own report card and changing everything out and giving it to my dad. But I was rejected again. I was told that I had to leave, and I didn't want to go back I didn't want to go back. I couldn't go back. I couldn't. So I ended up going to live with my aunt and my uncle in Spencer, Massachusetts. So that's where I stayed for a good bit of time, and that's when things were, I was at my one of my lowest points, I guess. I was fighting all the time. I was always fighting. I wasn't a bully. I was not a bully. I hated when people got picked on. And I always stood up for the underdog. I was always the guy who would stand up for the underdog, and if there was a bully, I did not care how big you were. I'd walk up to you and punch you in the mouth. That's what I did. I started skipping school. My grades were suffering, and I just was a wreck, and I didn't know what to do. Rejection from my dad, rejection from my mom. Not rejection, but that's a total nother topic and feeling that you get with my mom and that stuff. But I left my dad's to go live with my aunts and uncles, and then one day my mom called me up and said, come back to Washington State. Your stepfather's changed. Everything's good. He won't touch you, blah, 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 blah. So I did. I went back to Washington State, and I carried on with my life, and I met my real father again after I was 18. I think I went out to Massachusetts, and I hung out with my family a little bit. And that's probably the only family portrait that we have, is when I was like 18, where we all staged together, and it looked perfect in the picture. You got my dad, you got his new wife, you got all the kids, my brother Jesse, his daughter Wesley, Tracy, and myself, and we're all standing there smiling, and it's like this perfect, happy family. But I was on a vacation, and I didn't have the feelings or the memories that my sister and brother had. Now, granted, they have their own story to tell as well, but I felt abandoned my whole life from my dad, and I resented him for that. And I moved on with my life. After that. I went about my life, and I didn't think much about my own dad anymore. I didn't talk to him. I don't think we ever actually talked over the phone. It may have been through Messenger a couple of times where we spoke to each other, but I moved on with my life. I honestly forgot about my dad for a while. He was back here, but he was never here. I never had him here. It's now the years go on, and I hear rumors of my dad falling down and breaking a leg. I hear dad getting, through my sister, through family, dad's getting sick. Dad lost a leg. He's an amputee now. And all these times that I was told that he was sick and he was going to die, he pulled through. And I never talked to him during those times. I never spoke to him during those moments where he was on his supposed deathbed or whatever. He just had a lot of lives. And I saw him, the last time I saw him, we drove through Massachusetts about 9 years ago with Lauren and Hannah. And Hannah was just an infant. And it was an awkward situation. Every time I saw my dad, I thought maybe I would get something out of it. Maybe something would change. Maybe I would feel different. Maybe I would change. But I left there thinking he's the same old I want to say a word right now, but I'm not going to say it. But that's how I felt. Like, you selfish. You're selfish. I couldn't love him the way that a son is supposed to love a father. I couldn't do it. I just had the resentment, and I couldn't forgive him for abandoning me, which again wasn't his fault, but I felt abandoned, and I felt alone, and so again, I move on with my life. Come back down here to Pennsylvania, move on with my life, and just continue on and forget about Dad. And then you hear he's sick again. And last year at some point he had one of his organs failing, and I heard through the grapevine that my uncle was considering donating. He was heartbroken. My uncle was heartbroken because he wasn't a match, and it was kind of came around to me at one point where I talked to his wife. I never even talked to my own dad about this, but where I actually considered giving him my kidney, and I couldn't do it. I never talked to him. He never asked me for it, but his wife did, and I considered it, and I didn't do it. This is not how he died anyways. He was on dialysis for the last couple years. There's a pig behind me. What are you doing, piggy? So that was only a year ago or so that he was looking for an organ. Well, fast forward, here we are a couple weeks ago, and I'm hearing through the grapevine that Dad's in the hospital again. He's not doing so well. And talking to my sister, and not talking to him, but talking to my sister, and talking to his ex, and talking to his wife, I discovered that, yeah, I mean, it's pretty serious. He had a brain bleed, but they said maybe you should consider coming up to say goodbye. Maybe you should do your... And I battled with that the last couple weeks, thinking of, what am I going to say to him? What am I going to do? I didn't want to. I didn't want to go up there and see him. I didn't. I still resented him. I still had that problem. And then Lauren and I are sitting in bed and my phone rings, and it was my dad. My dad called me from the ICU hospital bed, and he sounded weak. He sounded frail. He literally sounded like he was dying at that moment. It was heart-wrenching to hear him, because the words that came out of his mouth were not really what I expected. I love you, Justin. I'm sorry. Can you please come see me? I didn't go. I talked to Faye, his wife, shortly afterwards, and surprisingly, he was actually doing better. I mean, I think I spoke to her like maybe a day before he died, and she said that, yes, he's doing better. He's cognizant, whatever. He's lucid. He can talk. He's good, and we're gonna bring him home, or we're gonna send him to rehab. So after that phone call, I had some relief that I didn't make a mistake by not going up there. You know, because I thought I made a mistake, but I still didn't forgive him. It's a hard thing to let go. It's a hard thing to forgive somebody. And, well, it happened so fast. He died in the middle of the night. And I woke up in the morning to a text message that You know, your dad passed. He's gone. And I don't know. I don't know what my feelings were. I was confused. I was torn. I didn't know. Really, I didn't know how to think. I don't know. We weren't that close. How are you supposed to react? I don't know. Well, the funeral was yesterday. So I drove all the way to Massachusetts, and I pulled up outside of his house. Nobody knew I was coming. I didn't tell anybody I was coming, because honestly, there was a part of me that didn't want to go. There's a part of me that didn't want to face this. So I didn't tell anybody I was going to the funeral. I didn't tell anybody I was coming up there. I pulled up in front of his house, and I saw some lights were on. There were a couple cars in the driveway, and I texted Faye. Faye is his wife, also musical partner in the Wildcats blues band. And I said, "Hey, are you accepting visitors?" And she said, "Can I stop by?" She said, "Yeah, come on by." So I spent the next, from 8, I got there at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., and I spent that time with Faye in front of the computer, in front of the TV, just reminiscing and looking at pictures and listening to his music. And I didn't have a lot to reminisce about. I didn't have the memories. I didn't have that joy. I knew he was a good man. Deep inside, he was a good man. He absolutely was. And outwardly, he was a good man. I think that I misplaced a lot of my own stuff and just threw it on him over the years, because he was an easy scapegoat. He was just an easy target because he couldn't defend himself. But at the same time, he did abandon me. He could have done more, you know, but at this point, I'm an adult and I have to. Anyways, I helped Faye print some pictures for his funeral. This is one of them. That was my dad. And every time my dad gigged out somewhere, went out to a band or performed somewhere, he always wore his fedora. Look, I'm bald. And this is his fedora that Faye gave me. Faye gave me this, and I wore this to his funeral the next day. I felt a little funny, but it was in honor. It was in honor and memory of my dad. Now, little did I know that on his funeral day, yesterday, that was actually his birthday. That's how little I knew my dad. I did not know it was his birthday. I've never been to a funeral like this before. A lot of people, and it wasn't a funeral, it was a memory, celebration of his life. He was cremated, he was in a box up there, there were pictures everywhere. There were TVs displaying old photos of him and his life, and many, many, many people came. A lot of people that he used to jam out with. A lot of people that he actually touched their lives. I need to rewind for 1 second because I forgave my dad. And this may sound weird and awkward and kind of disturbing, but I wasn't planning on sleeping over there at his house. I was going to stay up the street in a hotel, and Faye asked me to stay. She said, can you stay here tonight? I said, sure. Yeah, I said, absolutely, I will stay here. And for the last couple years of my dad's life, he had his own bedroom. He had a small kitty-sized bed that he could easily get in and out of with his amputeed leg. He had little action toy die-cast cars that he painted. He had a Boston Bruins flag hanging above his bed. But that's where she put me. She put me in his bed. That was, that evening that I laid down 2 nights ago in his bed. I had this feeling come over me, and that was the moment. That was the moment before I closed my eyes for the night. That was the moment I forgave him, and I let go. And I let go of all the hate and resentment. And it's the truth. It is. I just looked around and I just connected with him, and I just reflected on everything that has happened, and I just let it all go. I just gave it all to God. And I let go. And I felt good about it, and I feel good about it. I do. Because I know that he said his piece on the phone with me. I didn't get to say my piece to him. I didn't get to say sorry. I didn't get to do those things, but I got to honor him. I got to come to the funeral. I got to listen to all of the people's lives that he's touched, all the way from when he was a young boy. How many different stories I heard about my dad that I never knew. My dad, in my mind, wasn't that the guy. He wasn't that guy, but he was that guy to a lot of people. He was that guy to so many people. He touched a lot of lives. He helped a lot of people. He had a big heart. I just wasn't a part of it. I wasn't a part of it, and I blamed him mostly for it. And some of it was his fault, but it's okay. It's fine. We deal with things differently. So we sang happy birthday to him at the funeral. That was kind of odd and interesting. A lot of people said some beautiful things about him, and it gave me peace. What's up, dude?
You cool?
Yeah.
When you
no way to come over and interrupt a moment. Jeez.
was it a deep moment?
It was a deep moment. It's all right. I'm done. I actually you came over at the right time because I needed
just
to.
Got out of your moment.
Got to get out my moment. So, anyways, that's my dad right there. Died at 70 years young. Amazing musician. Touched a lot of people's lives, and I forgave him. And I'm ready to. I'm ready to move on with good memories of my father and not hold on to that resentment anymore. What do you got for me, bud?
Well, I hate to say this, but I got to put you to work.
Why?
Because they decided, those Crash Bandicoots down there decided they wanted to tear the whole hay feeder apart.
Okay.
So, one of us has to stand it up, the other one has to put the legs on it, and then the other one has to screw it. So it's a three-party gig.
Oh, these people can help out, right? Do you have the tools and everything, or no?
I think I have my screw gun in the truck.
Nothing's actually ready.
A screw gun and the screws.
All right.
That's all we need.
Hold on. What time is it? I need to check my time.
It's 20:00. It's actually 7:45.
7:45. So in 15 minutes, guys, I came back to the farm so I could tell my story and share the life of my dad. So sorry that I'm not reading your comments, because it would be very difficult for me to focus if I were replying and talking to you guys about this stuff. I needed to just get it off my chest. But 8 o'clock, I have some people coming here. We have to say goodbye to 3 of our goats. They're going to their forever homes. We have 3 goats that we are sending off today. It's going to be Biting Bert.
Yeah.
Biting Bird is gone today, along with Helen, and I need to look if it's Star or Boots, but one of those mama goats is going along with. They are headed to their forever home today. So we will be, hopefully they'll be pulling up shortly, and we got some sort of grains over there. I can coax them down and over to us, because I don't want to be chasing goats around this morning.
I just gave them grain so that way they can get away from eating the dog food.
Right. Well,
Teasers.
The adults, yeah? You getting teasers? Yeah.
Just enough to get them down there.
Right.
Except for Billy. You know, Billy's on her own little thing.
Yeah.
She thinks she's a dog, so she's chewing dog food.
Of course she is.
Just have to rustle her away from it, but
of course she is.
That's Billy.
So, guys, anyway, there you go. That's the story. That's the story. We are out at the York Fair. We're down there at with the baby goat snuggling stand at America's first fair. I will make sure I do a live for you guys. I know we did a subscribers live, but we will do a regular live for you guys to see the fun and the interaction with all the goats over there. This is our little sick ward over here. I wouldn't call it a sick ward, but these are the ones that just got left behind for one reason or another, because not exactly wanting to introduce, I don't know what it was. It was either eyes or diarrhea or balls that are ready to fall off, or I don't know. So there you go. There's a handful of little goats that didn't go. They're staying in this area so they can be looked after. And then the rest of the herd is out here, as they usually would be, in the tent area. I cannot wait, and I don't know when. Hey, where did this come from? What is it? It's a fire pit. Where'd you get it from?
It's a gift.
Yeah, thank you. I'm never going to have time to sit around the fire and roast marshmallows.
It's all for you.
Oh, okay. You said it was all for me. It's my dad's fedora. That's his picture. Oh, one other thing I got while it was up there. I quickly got to say this. I am my father's son. When I put the fedora on and I wore it to the funeral, there were people that came up to me and they were like, I feel like I saw a ghost. You look just like your dad. Because from the back, or even just at the right angle, I look very much like him. And so people were coming up to me that didn't even know me and had never met me and said, you're Jeff's son. I know it. I can see it in your face. But what I also got is when he went on tour, he would wear this black leather vest all the time. And I have that too. So I have his black leather vest and his fedora. And the one thing I can tell you is he did not give me the music abilities. That went to my daughter. That skipped a generation. He gave me his looks. And my mom gave me his middle name. And so my middle name is Adam. His last name was Adams. They were never married. That's how that worked out. So I am just an Adam. I'm just an Adams. Just in time, just because.
Is that an AD or AT?
AD.
Atom?
Yeah.
They're all nucleuses.
Maisie May! I missed you. Come here, girlfriend. Apollo. Hey, Apollo. Apollo, you don't need to be so forward. Oh, there they go. There goes the herd. Oh, Maisie. Oh, Maisie, Daddy's here to throw a frisbee. Right? Here you go. Catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it, catch it. She got it. Good job. And you, did you miss me too? Did you miss me? And Grayson, did you miss me? Oh, you guys. Oh, Caesar. Hey, Apollo, come here. Come here. You guys don't have to go after her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, where's your babies at, Blossom? Where's your babies at, Olivia? Olivia and Blossom are due to have kids very soon. Very soon. Hi, guys. Oh, my goodness, Maisie May. You have to let it go or I can't throw it. There she goes again. Hi guys, hi everybody. Hi Flower, I haven't seen you guys in a little while. We've been busy. Got Flower, we got Boots, we got Shania. I have to find Bert and Helen. So here's Helen, Helen's here. There's Murphy Murph. So Helen right here is gonna go to her forever home. Oh, look, Murph is trying to get frisky. Look, see right now, that's telling me that Daisy is in heat. Joey and Murph are going after Daisy and probably Shania. So I think they're in heat. That means we could breed right now if we wanted to, but it's not going to happen. Come on, girl. Can you give it up? Yes, Callie is at the fair. Callie is at the fair. Back up. Got it. Oh. All right, I'm going to head over here and see what Murph's talking about with the broken feeder. See how well my internet handles over here. It's not always the best over here, guys. Get a little choppy. I want to apologize for that. I don't think she catches this one. Nope. Wow. Yeah, that looks like it's a mess.
They destroyed it.
Okay, so in the meantime, I am not going to mess with this. Why don't we just take the bale and just throw it over here? It'll be fine. I mean, you got washers. You're going to need washers. You need that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness. Watson, what are you doing? Are you going to mow the lawn? Hi, Watson. Hi, Mama Anna. Hi, Helen. Where's Biting Bert? Biting Bert. Okay, this is why I did not come down here to tell my story. This is why I didn't come down here to tell my story about my dad. Because I wouldn't have been able to focus. That's why I hid myself up there and away from all the chaos. I know, I know. I know. Hi, Watson. If anybody's looking for some goats, we got Charlie and we've got a couple goats ready to go. Let it go. Stop. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, everybody. Hey, I'm going to ask a question real quick. Let it go. I'm trying to get it. Ow, 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 ow. Bit my finger. Maisie. All right, my question is there anybody on here? First off, this is called shush time. This is when everybody else be quiet for a second. Hush, hush, hush. I want to ask you, is there anybody here for the first time today? Because we go live every day at 7:11 Eastern Standard Time. And if you're a first-time viewer, I would like to say hello, how are you, and give you a shout-out. So, everyone else, quiet down for a quick second. And I would like to just go ahead and say hello. Look, this is Jude right here. Say hi to Jude. Jude is getting big. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. And there's Faith. Faith is over there. You're welcome, everybody, for giving you my daily show. And hi. This is Thumper. Hi, Thumper. Anybody at all? Anybody at all? I see y'all. I see a lot of comments have stopped, but I didn't see anybody say that they're new. Maisie. Ow, 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 ow. That's my ear. That's my ear. Ow. Third time here. Hi, Heather. How are you? I never said hi to you before, so... Candy McDonald, how are you? Good morning. goes the frisbee. There goes Maisie. She caught it. She's good. Anybody else? Candy's here. New viewer from New York. Cindy. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Gayleen is a silent watcher. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the herd. This is Apollo. He was just neutered, and he got his cone off, and he's now back with the herd.
You can do it.
Here's Rosemary. Come on, Rosemary.
The ones that are going away, you want to put them off in the fence over there so you're not chasing them?
No, when they get here, we will just use the grains to coax them over. Rosemary! Rosemary! She's trying to get up this. So funny.
Don't you dare pick on my socks.
That was an invitation right there.
No, it wasn't.
That was an invitation. Guys, look how stylish he looks right here.
Those are golfer socks. Except for they don't have the little paisley pattern.
Except, when have you ever golfed? Look, look. Murph is over there trying to do it. He might succeed, actually. He's so short, but he might succeed. Murph, put it away.
You're so worried about the frisbee, you didn't eat your frisbee. Sorry.
Murph, put it away. Stop it. My goodness. Oh, man. Tell you that all the time. Murph, put it away. Sorry, can't focus. It's got to go on that side of the fence for the moment. She's
What
looking.
did you mean by that? Put what away?
I don't know. Just saying.
You're looking at him humping and then you say that to me. Really?
So I don't see them yet. We have people that are coming. So look at this, guys. The stone is working out well. I have been, when I see the goats, checking out the bottom of their hooves, and it's grinding off the hooves and doing a better job of keeping them clean. So the stone is actually a very nice addition. It is a soft river stone, so they don't have an issue laying down and bedding up on it. So that's pretty cool.
This has become a chew toy for the dog.
Yes, and the dogs are chewing the tent up, having a great time. Good old time. Good old time. Is Murph the goat fixed? No, Murph the goat is not fixed. He is supposed to be going. It's Mindy's issue. Well, it's going to be my issue. We need to mark our calendars right now from this date because there is a date of exposure as of today, maybe yesterday or maybe even last week. So we have to mark our calendars 145 days from now, and maybe we're going to have little Murphettes.
And they ain't going to be Smurfites.
Smurfites, Murphettes, Murphettes. Murphettes and Murphites.
Got nothing to do with that. I'm chimichanga free.
Yeah, where are Ben and Jerry at? Have we seen them around?
They're in the freezing section.
Ben and Jerry's are in the freezer section? You're funny. There's Thumper and Flower. There's Helen. There's Billy. Where is Ben and Jerry? Ben and Jerry. I don't know. I have to look for them. Yeah, he's going to have... The problem is, when you put a new goat over there with the Billy goats, they cry bloody murder for like a week straight. We tried to put Pretzel out there. Not Pretzel, Pinky out there. And Pinky cried and cried and cried so loud that I had to take him out. And I ended up just banding Pinky. So there is little Ben and Jerry. There you go. Ben and Jerry, Daisy, and here's Whiskey. He's weathered. Man, he is getting big. Whiskey was born last year. He just turned a year old. But see, what happens is you want to keep a weathered goat, usually not an intact goat, around your females to let you know when they're in heat. So Daisy could be, she obviously is in heat, but I'm not going to breed her right now because she, well, is that Daisy or is that Mama D? Wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry. It could be Mama D. Oh yeah, that is Mama D. Jeez. So Mama D's already back in heat, even though she just had kids. So we will not be breeding her. Hopefully she didn't already get it. Try to get the billies out of here as quick as possible, but sometimes, well, he's a younger billy and he just started the action of that. And being so short, I wasn't too worried. But all the other bigger guys like Whiskey and Oreo and Joey, they're all neutered, so meaning weathered. Thank you for the stars, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What time is it? Where are my peeps at?
They're always late.
I know, I know.
I think we're the only ones with a clock because we got roosters.
Yeah, right? Is it time?
It's 5 after 8.
5 after 8. I'm waiting. There's a car right there. They're here. So here you go. You hold this.
Oh, I get the ultimate pleasure.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So why are we putting them towards them?
You do, yeah, whatever. You can record the whole thing, say hi, point it to them, say goodbye to her.
Hi, Barb. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Deborah McClare. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Yeah, it's a little warm out here. I'm starting to frost up, fog up on the lenses. I haven't seen you guys in a while. How you doing, Barbara? Hi, Sonia. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Faith. How you doing? Hi, everybody. Good morning. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Martha. Yes, I've been here holding down the fort. They've been down there doing it. Didn't make any sense for, the shuttling back and forth, the yada. When I'm here, Jeff has been popping by, so we've been locking the things down and keeping us busy. A little warm out here, but we'll make work. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Brian. Hey, Barb. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Heather. Mindy. Hi. How are you? You're coming to get him in what? Hi, Peg. Hi, Sally. Everybody doing okay? Good. I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing well. Yes, I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. A little tired, but okay. It's busy. Hi, Joe. Yeah, it's a little sticky out here. Patricia, everybody out there doing okay? Because I asked. See you, bye. Hi, Stacy. How you doing? Hi, Patty. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Dorinda. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Terry. Prayers for my daughter's brain surgery today. Yes, you have that. Yes, you have that. Much love to you, Terry. You know that. Wish all is well. Hi, Mary. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Mary Beckish. How you doing? Hey, big hugs to you. Yes, I miss seeing you. Haven't been down the fair yet, but at least they know that me being here, things are being taken care of. Right? Right, Jeff? Got you, buddy. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Lorraine. Loran. Hi. Ooh, yeah, bugs, mosquitoes. Yeah, gnats. Nasty. Hot. Yeah, flies. Hi, B. Hi, Carrie. They are, I don't know which one they are hunting for right now. Hi, Donna. How are you? Thank you so much. It's good to see you guys' faces also, even though a majority of you I have not seen. But, hey, it's still good. I know the names, right? That's what matters. I know the names, and I've seen a lot of you, but I haven't seen the majority of you. But you guys have seen me, and I haven't changed. I'm still ugly. Can't change that. Alrighty. How's the weather where you guys are at? Hi, Charlotte. Oh, thank you. Hi, Patty. Hi, Carol. Yes, for the brain surgery. You have all of our prayers going out for you, Terry. You know that. You know that for certain. Hi, Wanda. Yes. How you guys doing? As you can see, I'm still running around because I'm able to, God willing, keep myself moving. You know, it's kind of hard to sit still. No, Patricia. Excuse me, Erica. No, I did not name Murph. Actually, Jay and Lauren did name Murph after me. You know, I'm Jay's best friend. Actually, really good friend, almost like brothers. We've known each other for quite a while, so we used to work together doing contracting work. That's actually how we met. So we've known each other for many, many years. Work well together. That's what we do. I'm right here. Oh, you looking for Murph the goat? Oh, Bert. Speak a little clearer. Yes, it's going to be 90s here. Hi, Henny. Yeah, it's going to be in the 90s here, too. They're talking about 91 today or 94 today. Either way, it's going to be sticky. We got a little rain shower last night, but... Wayneston Norma. Hi. Hi, Christy. How are you? Hi, Marcia. Rhonda. Lila. Sally. Michelle. Fran. Jackie. Hello. Yeah. Here comes Bert right now. Show you the goats.
All right.
Yes.
Bye to Bert on camera.
Yes, sturdy birdie.
Sturdy birdie.
He's on his way out.
Everyone say bye to Bert. He's going to a good forever home. Do you want to introduce yourself and say anything?
Sure.
Okay.
We're the Wheaton family. We're
The
taking.
Wheaton.
Hi. We're taking Bert, Helen, Boots, and probably some other ones.
Oh, you're taking all of them.
Taking a
Oh.
couple- not-
They're-
yeah.
They're going to come back when Thumper and Flower are bigger and take them too.
Oh, okay.
Their kids fell in love with all of these goats. They came here to get 2 goats, and they are getting 5 goats, but 3 right
Wow. Okay.
now.
Good for you guys.
So Biting Bird is going away. But
Take
do you
them.
have a Facebook page?
We do. Well, we have not like an official farm Facebook page. We have
If you made a farm Facebook page, people would follow you because they're
Sounds
going to want to
good.
follow the story of Bert and they're
Yeah.
going to follow the story of Helen and all the goats, especially
Sounds
Thumper and
good.
Flower. If not, are you part of our Goat Crazy
we
page?
are, so we can put updates and
You
stuff
can
in there
post on the Goat
until
Crazy
we
page.
make our own little thing.
Right, absolutely. So we'll make sure the Wheaton family takes good care of the animals and posts pictures and gives updates on how they're doing. Well, I won't make sure of it, honestly. It's going to be up to her.
Yeah. One more thing you don't need to worry about.
Nah.
If she doesn't, that's completely fine. I know they're going to a good home.
Oh, thank you.
There's Bert.
All right, Bert, go check it out. I know, it's pretty boring back here.
He is probably going to end up in your front
Yeah, I
seat.
figured.
All right, we'll close
All right,
this and grab
close.
Helen.
Yep.
Watch your head.
Thank you. Actually, I want to make sure there's no...
Now you got to go and chase down Helen.
Helen won't be hard.
Nah.
Oh, she's right there. Helen's sitting
There she is. She's just resting because she knew you guys were coming to
Yeah,
get her.
yeah, she's like,
So she's
"No."
like, I'm not going far.
Oh, yeah, here, you know what? I want to get a picture of the stuff for a flat.
I'm going to miss her more than Bert. I know that sounds mean. but
No,
I'm
it doesn't.
I'll miss her more than Bert.
That doesn't sound mean. Bye, Bert. I ain't got to worry about him ramming on my legs, knocking me on my knees. Bye, Helen.
So, do you know how she got her name Helen?
I have no idea until you tell me.
When she was a kid.
She's still a kid.
I brought her to a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just burped. Thanks. And she didn't have a name at that point. We had just gotten her. She wasn't born on our farm. And
Why is he out here?
I don't know. Somebody said, the old lady, she was 103 years old.
What?
And I put the goat in her lap. And she melted. The old lady melted. What's this goat's name? I said, I don't have a name. I said, what's your name, dear? My name's Helen. And I said, Helen, I'd like you to meet Helen. So
That's cool.
I named Helen after the old lady.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean the young lady. The beautiful young lady.
Maisie, where's your toy?
Maisie, I threw it on this side of the fence.
That way she'd be quiet. But-
Bert's like,
I was like, I've had enough.
yeah, he's getting noisy in there. He's like, why am I in here?
I've had enough.
Well, should we go in? So like, yeah, you girls can go in and talk to him a while. Keep him busy.
Into where?
The car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can go in if you want.
Yeah, go for it. Now we just have to get
company.
Star. Boots.
Same thing.
Dang it. Well, because Boots and Star, so I wanted to find Boots and Star forever homes.
Yeah.
Star is...
Hi, Barb. How you doing?
She does not... She's not nice. So Star needed to go somewhere else.
Somewhere special.
That she wouldn't be bred, because when she breeds, her kids are jerks, and she passes it down. Yeah, she teaches them how to be jerks. And then Boots, of course, with the dragon udders, you have to milk her out all the time to get pregnant.
Apollo's going for a walk.
That's fine. He was out for a week and a half. Apollo! Alright. Boots.
Oh, hi, Denise from North Wales, UK. How you doing? Oh, no, we're actually right at the tent. It's not a bad area. It's just crazy out here. Sometimes it works well, and other times it doesn't work well. That's just how this thing is. Sorry. Hi, Anna. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Some of the names I haven't seen, but I will try to associate you all. Oh yeah, the trunk is closed. It's got that soft close to it. He's trying to chase Boots. I take it you need some help.
Yeah, a little brains is good.
All right. I'm going to go down here and try and tease him with some grains, so bear with me for a moment. You guys, try not to make you punch drunk or get you dizzy it's amazing. I put the grains in the bowl, they turn back around and knock it out of the bowl, and then walk in the bowl, and then actually sit in the bowl. I don't know anybody that actually sits on their own food as they're eating it. That's kind of funny. Alrighty, let's get down here. Hi, Karen. How are you? There we go. Sorry, it froze up on you. Screen froze up.
Oh, is it still frozen?
Nah, it eased up. There you go.
I'll stand back. Once she comes over here. Go get one more scoopy scoop. Oh. I got her. I got her.
You want me to take the camera?
Yeah.
There.
Thanks for not being Jeff and ending the line.
I've had this camera before. I know how to do this thing.
Come on, girl. Let's go.
Hi, Tina. Hi, Leanne. Hello. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Sally.
I don't want to carry you.
There we go. Hi, Linda. How are you? There we go. Yeah, she's a little too big to be picking up and carrying like a backpack. We already know you could. She don't want to go.
Don't worry, they're gonna give you a great home. Can you help me?
Yeah, Bert sneezed all over us. Like snot everywhere.
Yes, Charlotte. Jeff's chicken got fed. I did all the chores this morning.
Like, please don't make me go. I promise you're gonna like it. We have a playground and everything.
All juice Newtoned up. Bye, Boots. We're gonna have a good time. Don't worry about it. Ellen, I'll miss you the most. Bert, not so much.
Oh yeah.
What'd you say, Bert? Not so much. Bye, biting Bert.
The balance. I like that. Big house.
We did get like
I just
those
disconnected.
big Google Dot things.
Okay.
But you have to have like electric down here. But if you do, it helps. We have it like all over our property that like bounces. Come on. Because we just built like a little like
Google Dot.
Yeah, they're like.
And
I'll
are they
text you
outdoor rated or not?
That I don't know. I'll Danny text them to you. The link or
Okay.
whatever.
Google Dot. And they mesh together.
Yeah, you can like put them anywhere, and then they like bounce your router connection all over the place, so that you have
Get
stronger Wi-Fi.
Stronger Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, it's back on. So say goodbye. The Wheatons are taking the goats. Bert, have fun at your new home. Helen, Boots, you guys have a blast. Kids, have fun with your goats.
They're chewing on the tarp.
Yeah, they're chewing. He's gonna chew on everything.
yeah,
There he
yeah.
goes.
You can put your finger in his mouth; he'll chew on that for a
I
little.
already
Yeah.
tried that. He almost swallowed my finger.
Yeah, be careful. Just so you know, they have a molar. They don't have top teeth up here, so it doesn't hurt when they bite you. Except if you get in the back of their mouth, there's a molar back there, and it's sharp, and it can slice your finger open really easily.
Okay.
So just don't go deep in his mouth. Let him chew. I usually make a knuckle like this, and then let him go for it. A knuckle.
What's a knuckle?
So have fun, guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Excited to see pictures.
Yeah,
I don't remember that being a part of the appendage.
Apollo, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. You're going back in. Come on.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Drive safe. Thanks for meeting me. Come on. Come on, buddy. You're back in. Good job. Good job. Sorry for the horrible Wi-Fi connection down here. Things are acting up. Hear about Google Dots might work. Google Dots might work.
Google who?
Google Baboo. Google Hoodaboo.
Is that anything like candy dots and gummy
Yeah.
bears?
All right, so that's it, guys. That's going to end the show for today.
I thought multiple people were coming. When the way you said it was multiple people were coming to pick up 3 different goats.
Oh.
I didn't realize it was just one person that was coming and taking 3 goats, but then they're also coming back and getting 2 more goats.
Not for months.
Yes,
months and
but
months
they're
and
coming
months.
back. So now I know.
They put a reservation on Thumper and Flower.
Okay.
So. All right,
Flower.
peeps.
They're the smaller ones.
They are the smaller ones.
Aileen, hello.
The Wheaton family. Look for them on the Goat Crazy page. So they live what?
Sinking Spring.
Sinking Spring. It's not that
Not
far.
far from here at all.
In fact, Jeff probably lives really close to them.
Yeah, he's in Moton.
Yeah, so he's kind of close. So I'm out, guys. I got myself some stuff to do before I head back to York Fair. It opens at 12 today if you want to come see us from 12 to 10 at the York State Fair, America's first fair.
Hi, Alexis.
We have a baby goat snuggling stand there. And if you missed the beginning of this show, hop back on the replay. And I told the story about my dad. It was emotional. It was heartfelt. And I just had to get it off my chest. So if you want to know anything about that, Stacy sent 500 stars. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the other stars I didn't get a chance to acknowledge. You guys are the best. Really are the best.